Why I've got feedback. Do I have feedback on y'all's end, or is it just mine? It's picking up from somewhere. Okay, so the echo has stopped now.
Yes, it did for me. It just happened once.
Cool. So I was on my Mac and my iPad, and even though I had all of the speakers and stuff turned off, I was wondering if it was picking up because it was still coming through as but anyway, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Andi. I am one of the gold mentors. And I'm going to start doing a lot more specializations like this. I want to try to do one every Thursday. We'll see how that works. And if we're wanting more, I can look at adding that as well. So if you haven't, go ahead and log into Travel Agent Academy. And under Travel Agent Academy, you're going to click on, courses, scroll down to where it says destinations, and you're going to click Jamaica. It will then open up into the oneloverewards.com. If you have not yet made a profile with them, it'll take about 30 seconds. They really only want your name, the IATA number, and the email associated with how you're registered with vendors. So once you get through with here, we're going to click enter. And then from enter, it's going to pop us back to the Jamaica specialist through the Travel Agent Academy, so that all of our certificates start to congregate all in one place, so that you don't have so you have one place to go instead of everywhere. Because I know for me, with everything I've got going on between the travel agency stuff, I also teach courses for Grand Canyon University and American Public University. So I have stuff scattered everywhere. So I've got to try to limit the amount of options I have on where things belong. All right. So let me know in the chat box when everybody is ready at chapter 1 by putting a 1 in the chat box.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Perfect. All right. So we're going to start at chapter 1. I do want interaction because I do feel the teacher in me likes the interaction more than feeling like I'm teaching at you and not with you. So I'm not going to close the chat box. I'm also not going to mute everybody. So feel free to jump in, unmute yourself to answer any questions, whatever.
Okay, so I do have a question. This is Pamela.
Hey, Pam.
How do we get to this chapter 1?
Okay, so you're going to go to Travel Agent Academy.
On Google, correct?
Correct. And then once you're in Travel Agent Academy, under the Destinations tab, you'll click Jamaica. And it'll pop you into the One Love Rewards program. You'll finish setting up your account with your name, IATA number, the email that you use for registering with vendors. You'll click begin and it'll pop you back to the Travel Agent Academy.
Oh, shoot.
All right. So Pam, if you're okay, we're going to go ahead and start because of the time constraint.
Yeah,
There is a hard stop at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, because Jody needs her link at 3.
right. Because
All right, so at the heart of Jamaica, strong reputation as both a pioneer of the all-inclusive concept and a top choice for destination weddings. The Caribbean island of Jamaica sells itself easily as a hassle-free escape to the shores of paradise. But there's so much more. You've got the interior land's beauty, the friendly people, cultural wonders, historical intrigue. All right, so after introducing us to the elements that create the unique flavor that is Jamaica, the course is provided as an overview of its regions and explains the offerings that help define each one of those areas. And each chapter is going to talk about the different locations. All right, so some of the endless intrigue of Jamaica, it's the most wicked in the world as far as dive sites, maroon culture of escaped plantations. You've got crocodiles and herons who are also within that jungle side of the island versus the beach side. And then, you know, we've got Bob Marley, Ian Fleming as some of the celebrities that have come out of Jamaica. All right, so we're going to start with our people. Throughout much of its history, Jamaica has harbored adventures of all sorts, from colonial British merchants and pirates, slave rebels, political activists, mystics. Along with these people come a blend of cultures, including African and European, all of which helped give Jamaica its cultural and influentially spirited identities. All right, so pop quiz. Jamaica is home to a culturally diverse group of people, many whom are happy to share their outlook on life with visitors. True, false? I say true.
True.
All right, so creative accommodations. Our creativity shines through our lodging options, from super deluxe resorts and condos to rental bungalows and family-run guest houses. All right, so we've got the all-inclusive resorts, which most of us should be very familiar with, such as Sandals properties, Beaches properties, RIUs, all of them. Villa rentals. It was Jamaica that developed the villa rental concept in the Caribbean. Today's rental villas range from beachside cottages to full-on estates with butlers, chauffeurs, and chefs. Ooh, I want to do that.
Me too.
And then the boutique hotels, although they didn't invent them, they believe theirs are among the most original and wonderful in the world, with everything from tree houses to mountainside huts. The natural diversity. So it's got its long stretches of water sport friendly, postcard perfect white sand beaches that we all know and love. But you've also got the black volcanic sands and dramatic cliff frame coves. Because you've got to remember that islands are formed from volcanoes. So it would be unlikely for any of the islands to not have those black volcanic sands. And then inland, jungle-like mountains and mangrove forests are laced with racing rivers, waterfalls, and healing hot springs. All right, so the high mountain peaks, its offshore coral shelf, nature has worked her own inspired magic, creating hundreds of species found nowhere else on Earth. Makes the island a magnet for bird watchers, divers, and scientists. All right, adventure seekers. While carefully preserving the gifts of nature, we are unleashing our creativity in finding new ways for visitors to enjoy our country's beauty. Iconic adventures such as climbing Dunn's River Falls, rafting down the Rio Grande have been joined by zip lining and flying through the jungle canopy on a roller coaster. Challenging the Cockpit County's nearly 300 caves and explorations on mountain bikes, horseback, or camel. Ooh, camel sounds cool.
Say, Andy, I have a quick question.
Yes.
When I'm registering, do I register with Travel Leaders Network?
If you're a member of them, yes.
Okay.
All right, so history. We don't think of Jamaica as having rich history, but their heritage comes alive as you tour plantations, the great houses, their historic sites, rural mountain villages where the unique culture of the Maroons is shared through drumming and storytelling. The beach towns each have their own stories, from Errol Flynn's wild Hollywood parties on Navy Island and the posh pampering of the 50s jet setters in Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, to Negril's flower children days. So the vibe of Jamaica's best known exports is reggae, the soundtrack to many Jamaica experiences. The music many carry home with them as souvenirs. Reggae is celebrated in many festivals throughout the year, including the Reggae Sumfest and Rebel Salute. One of the most famous would be Bob Marley, who's credited for bringing reggae to the rest of the world. And food. Ooh, all of that looks phenomenal. So jerk style cooking, vegan cuisine, fish for breakfast, Jamaican simmers with flavors. So specialties such as jerk chicken, plantain chips, escovitch fish, stamp and go, aki with salt cod. I've never heard of some of those. I don't know. Heavily inspired by Indian cuisine and enhanced by an abundance of locally grown herbs and fruits, Jamaica food is especially attractive to vegans, especially in towns like Kingston, where there's an even larger variety of restaurants. All right, pop quiz. What are some characteristics of Jamaican culinary offerings? Definitely jerk style, influenced by Indian cuisine. I say all of the above.
Yep.
All right. The Recognition World Travel Awards, the WTA. Jamaica was distinguished, blah, 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 I can't talk, was distinguished with this award in 2020, 2017, and 2016. It's one of the world's leading family destinations. So it got that award in 2019 and 2020. Was also awarded in 2018 as one of the world's leading beach destinations for families. World's leading cruise destination, 8 straight years from 2007 to 2014. Jamaica has been named the world's leading cruise destination, the Caribbean's leading cruise destination for 7 years in a row. Ocho Rios was named the Caribbean's leading port. So landing destination, Jamaica has also been recognized as the Caribbean's leading destination for 15 straight years. So 2006 to 2020. Tourist Board, the Jamaica Tourist Board was declared the Caribbean's leading tourist board for 16 straight years. So from 2005 to 2020. They've got the leading airport, Sangster International, from 2009 to 2020. Best place for meetings and conference centers for 10 straight years, so from 2011 to 2020. So it looks like everything kind of dropped off when the world shut down. So those are the best of the best for Jamaica. All right, so once we've piqued our clients' curiosity in Jamaica as one of the top leading vacation destinations, there's some things that we need to know. The first is how to get there. So we can get there by air. We know that they have an international airport in Montego Bay. They also have the international airport in Kingston and one in Ocho Rios. So entry, valid passport to come and go. Canadian citizens also need their passport. So then lots and lots of airlines. So most of the major ones, Delta, Air Canada, Southwest, are all within the Jamaican area.
Andy, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm kind of lost here of where you're reading at, as it took me out of the chapter. So I just wanted to know what section you're in.
So I am in the,
Because it's not showing on your screen. It's still in that first chapter on your screen.
oh, well, let me rectify that. All right, can you see it now?
Yes, thank you.
No worries. All right, so getting around, there are domestic flights between Kingston, Ocho Rios, Negril, as well as chartered helicopter services. There's public transport, so buses, minibuses, taxis. The licensed taxis are the desired way to get to and from anywhere. Car rentals before arranging, your client needs to know that it's British style, so they're going to drive on the wrong side of the road, according to us. And then just some approximate drive times or ride times. So between Montego Bay to Negril, about an hour and a half. Montego Bay to Ocho Rios, about 2 hours, which is deceiving because, you know, we're used to being able to go 60 miles, 70 miles per hour. So the fact that, you know, they're 52, 67, 66 miles away, that kind of throws off our ability to see what's going on and give those correct time frames. Blaze. Sorry, my dog was being weird. All right, so some fun facts and essential information. All right, so Jamaica is the third largest island in the Caribbean at 146 miles long, 51 miles across at their widest points. It's also among the most dramatic in beauty: mountains, verdant, rainforested peaks, deep valleys, lots and lots of coastline, rolling mountains. About half the land sits 1,000 feet or more above sea level, but the Blue Mountain Peak is the highest at 7,402 feet, so a little over a mile high. Climate, daytime highs average between the 80s and 90s year round. Little lower, obviously, in the higher elevations. The northwest trade winds, mountain breezes help keep the climate pleasant along the coast. There's 2 rainy seasons, May to June and September to November. And the rainy season isn't what we normally consider rainy season. These are pretty predictable, so short afternoon showers. And then hurricanes, if they happen, tend to pass over the island between June and September. All right, so the currency is the Jamaican dollar, which means the exchange rate fluctuates daily. Commercial banks are accessible in all the resort areas. Most ATMs accept international bank cards with Visa, MasterCard, Cirrus, and Plus logos on them. And then the drug warning: the use, sale, possession is subject to severe punishment, specifically arrests, fines, and imprisonment. All right, so Jamaica falls within the Eastern time zone, but does not observe daylight savings. So when we change, they don't necessarily change. So right now they're with us, but when we go back to daylight savings, they'll be an hour ahead of us. And then the official language is English. Jamaica is the largest English-speaking island in the Caribbean. They converse using Patois, a colorful dialect full of intriguing phrases that is fun to learn. And then the accommodations. It's hard to think of a destination that offers more styles. So number 1, the villa rentals. Villa rentals can encompass things like thatched roof cottages on the beach, a villa nestled in the hillside with a private pool, secluded setting, or a villa within a resort with activities at their doorstep. Jamaica pioneered villa vacations in the Caribbean in the 50s. Today, the villas come in an amazing range of prices, levels of luxuries, and styles. So the trial club to individually owned cottages and mansions are commissionable to agents through the Jamaica Association of Villas and Apartments. And I believe in our Discord chat that is listed in one of the cabins villa rentals. So number 2, all-inclusive, the ones that we tend to lean towards as agents. The all-inclusive has its roots in Jamaica, where Sandals, Jules Resorts, Couples, Holiday Inn, Sunsets, Iberostars, and other industry pioneers keep one-upping each other with amenities such as swim out suites, outdoor showers, butler, nanny services. Sandals has now added over-the-water bungalows, which in the past they've not had. So for example, at the family-friendly Franklin D Resort and Spa, each family is assigned a vacation nanny on arrival. So that's good to know for families. All-inclusive programs and amenities cater to growing number of special interests. So golf is complimentary at resorts such as Sandals, Ocho Rios, and guests enjoy unlimited diving at Sandals and Beaches properties. For naturists, Couples Tower Isle has a private island beach, while Hedonism 2 has an au natural section of the resort. All right. So we have completed chapter 1. We are ready to take a test. Jamaica pioneered the all-inclusive concept and developed the villa rental concept in the Caribbean. I say true. Anybody disagree? Or are we all good with true?
True, yes.
The natural beauty of Jamaica includes jungle-like mountains and mangrove forest, rivers, waterfalls, hot springs, long stretches of white sand beaches, black volcanic sands, I cannot talk today, and cliff-framed coves, hundreds of species found nowhere else, all of the above. I say all of the above.
Correct.
In Jamaica, you can take a roller coaster ride through the jungle.
True.
True. Where can visitors experience Jamaica's history? Former plantations, rural mountain villages, beach towns, all of the above. I say all of the above.
Yes.
In Jamaica, reggae enthusiasts may visit the childhood and adult homes of legendary artist Bob Marley.
That is true, I believe.
Okay. I knew he did a lot. I just didn't remember reading about his homes. It doesn't mean it wasn't there, and it doesn't mean I didn't say it.
Yeah, I've heard it before that you could, so that's how I knew that. I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay, cool. Jamaica was named the world's leading wedding destination in 2020. That is true.
Did not know that.
Which of the following is the primary entry point for most tourists? That would be Sangster International in Montego Bay.
Yes.
The use, sale, or possession of controlled substances and drugs is illegal.
True.
Wow. Uh-oh, which one did we miss?
Oh, no.
I hate that. That makes me angry.
You can't go back and check it out or no?
So yeah, I've got it pulled up to see which one we messed up.
But we didn't mess
Oh,
up.
wait. My bad.
Oh, yeah,
I read it wrong.
Yeah, me too,
100%
me
was
too.
our score, 80% to pass. Never mind.
Let's not doubt ourselves.
Look, I am the world's worst at seeing the lowest score and going, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So now we should have number 1 completed correctly. And chapter 2 should be unlocked. No, I don't have it open in another window, you goofball. Huh. Do I have to stop sharing and go back? That's just strange.
That did happen to me before, but I just exited out of it and then went back into it. Out of just that screen, that sort of block.
That screen, yeah. Nope, still not doing it. Oh, because I didn't close and submit the score. Well, that could be an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's see. There we go. Now I'm open. So I will start sharing my screen again. One and two. All right. So let's make sure you can see both screens. We got both screens.
Yes.
Okay, so we can see chapter 2, Negril. Good. All right, so Negril, as the story goes, when the flower children of the 60s connected with the beauty and warmth of Negril, they transformed the laid-back beachfront community into a major resort destination. It is now a fun-loving, nature-worshiping mindset prevailed, thanks to the wisdom of the locals and all who steered Negril's development towards sustainability. Today, people from around the world come to Negril, located in the far western corner of Jamaica, to soak up the sun on its spectacular, pristine beaches by day, party at night. However, there is much more to do. Lots and lots. So points of interest. Got 7 Mile Beach, watching the sunset from Negril's glorious 7 Mile stretch of beach. It's easy to see why the flower children of the 60s flocked to this area. The beach is now lined with appealing resorts from well-known Jamaica-based all-inclusive chains such as Sandals, Couples, RIUs, Charismas, Blue Diamond, etc.
Andy, you can't, I'm sorry for the echo. You can't see where your chapter is.
Okay, let me stop sharing and turn it back on. Because I thought I got it, but
Unless if it's just me, but all I, oh, there it is.
there it is. Okay. Because it's multiple screens, it gets finicky sometimes. So the west end of Negril, the Let It Be No, whoops. No, back up, back up. It's not gonna let me go back. Dadgummit. All right, so I believe it's west end. Okay. Let's see if I can go back and actually do it now. There we go. All right, so the west end is the Let It Be, No Worries. You've got boutique hotels such as Rock House, Tensing Pen Resort. Modest guest houses are tucked into the dramatic rocky cliffs. Also a number of small friendly eateries and bars such as Rick's Cafe, but maintains its funky feel. All right. So now the happy ambiance. Where to let your hair down. Despite its growth, Negril retains its laid back, anything goes allure. Clients can find discreet clothing, optional beaches, and even pool areas and eateries, especially at Hedonism 2, which is known for its party hardy ambiance. Activities. So Negril is all about experiencing nature. Offshore reefs and sea grottos provide a colorful and pristine haven for a parade of sea life that you can see through glass bottom boats, snorkeling, diving, sea kayaking along the cliffs, canoe trips through the mangrove forests, as well as mountain biking and horseback riding. There's also an 18-hole golf course just south of town. So what accounts for the parade of sea life that snorkelers and divers can encounter in the waters around Negril? So daily restocking of coastal waters, offshore reefs and sea grottos, or adding many pounds of fish food to the water around Negril. Well, that would be the reefs and sea grottos. All right, so dining, you've got seafood, Jamaican cuisine have become Negril's hallmarks. Culinary delights can be found in the resorts in the small town of Negril. You've got seaside restaurants like Norma's on the beach, Margaritaville, Beach Bunny Cafe. On the cliffside or West End, options include Pushcart Restaurant and Bar, at Rock House, Murphy's West End Restaurant, and Ivan's Bar and Restaurant. So lots of good restaurants, even off properties. Music and dancing, easy to find great music. Visitors and locals get down to the sound of live reggae bands at clubs along Norman Manley Boulevard, or at beachfront bars such as Alfred's Ocean Palace and the Jungle Nightclub. All right, final exam. Negril is located along the coast of Western Jamaica. True or false?
True.
I thought it was false, though.
Why? Because
It's true, I
on the
wrote it
west
down.
side.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking notes.
Okay. I'm thinking the West End is inland more so than,
Yeah, it's at the far western corner.
okay. Preserving the natural beauty of Negril's expansive beach and dramatic rocky cliffs, accommodations are set back and limited to the height of a coconut tree. I say false.
This one's tricky to me. Should sit back and limited to the height of the coconut. Yeah, that can't be
That's true too.
Is
Really?
it true?
Yeah.
I hate true and false questions.
I think
As
we
a
all
teacher, I never
think
gave them because to me, they are just too, yeah. Because I always want to say false because it can't be true, right?
I
Well,
know.
no.
I was like, oh, that's really cool. So that's why I wrote it down.
Oh, that's funny. I just thought that, limiting the height to a coconut tree, really? Like that to me sounded bizarre.
I know, but I was like, that's a cool fact.
Yeah.
It is a cool fact. When can Negril's wealth of dining and entertainment options be found? At the resorts, beachfront, town and Negril, all of the above.
Yes.
All right. A great place to watch the sunset is the blank where the famous Rick Cafe is located. 7 Mile Beach, 11 Mile Beach, West End, Norman Manley Boulevard.
Oh, this one's tricky.
West End.
West End, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
That's what I wrote.
Or do we just like West End at this point?
That's what I have wrote down too, so I think so.
West End, okay. Because I was getting ready to Google it. In addition to water sports, what other activities could Negril visitors enjoy? Mountain biking, horseback riding, golf, all of the above.
All of the above.
Yes. Despite its growth, Negril has retained its original allure, which is often described as
Laid back.
laid back with an anything goes attitude. Yay, we got another 100.
Yeah.
All right, so now I probably need to stop sharing and go back in. All right, Montego Bay. All right, can you see chapter 3 Montego Bay start, or do I have to stop and start it again?
Stop and start it. How about now?
Yep. See you there.
Cool. All right. Montego Bay is on the north side of the island. It hums with activity all day long and into the night. There is a cruise port, and the country's primary airport is within its limits. Montego Bay greets travelers constantly, inviting them to experience its colorful vibe and many attractions. So in Montego Bay area, that's where you're going to find the top resorts, the idyllic beaches with white sand, crystal waters, superb golf courses, natural wonders, lively nightlife scene, and plenty of important history detailing plantation life, slave liberation, and the port of Falmouth, once one of the most industrialized towns in the Western Hemisphere and now a popular cruise port. Tourism overview. With its white sand beaches backed by flower-splashed hillsides, Montego Bay, or MOBO, has been a popular tourism destination since the 1800s. Rich travelers from the US and England began coming by sea to escape the winter cold. As airplanes came into vogue, upscale properties such as the former Half Moon Hotel, now a highly evolved resort known simply as Half Moon, started springing up. These clubby, intimate properties, including Round Hill Hotel and Villas, and the Trial Club Golf, Tennis, and Beach Resort, have been joined by larger resorts, such as the Holiday Inn, all-inclusive Sandals, which got its starts in MOBO, as well as Iberostar, Secrets, Hilton Rose Hall, all have luxury properties. Plus, MOBO offers a wide array of non-resort accommodations, ranging from butler service private villas to inexpensive guest houses. And while Montego Bay has evolved over the past 25 years as a popular cruise port, for mega ships, the area's roots in maritime ventures go back 200 plus years to when the nearby port of Falmouth served as a top exporter of sugar and rum. Falmouth saw its shipping fortunes wane, but has resurfaced in the 21st century as a cruise port with great history and aesthetic appeal. Jamaica's tourism hub, today the modern Montego Bay Sangster International, mega cruise ship pier, historic Falmouth, and Montego Bay Convention Center, along with its unsurpassed variety of unique adventures, experiences, and accommodations, make MOBO the tourism hub for Jamaica. Montego Bay's wealth was once rooted in these two products: bananas and coconuts, sugar and rum, silver and gold.
Sugar and rum.
Still there today. All right. Jimmy Cliff Boulevard is the hip strip. Few visitors leave Mobo without exploring the shopping, dining, and party center known as the hip strip. This seaside mile-long stretch of Jimmy Cliff Boulevard is lively day and night and has become a playground for visiting celebrities. Popular hangouts include Margaritaville, where a 120-foot chute drops patrons from the deck into the sea. No, thank you. And almost every night brings another theme party. Other favorites, Pier 1 and the Rum Jungle Cafe and Bar, serve up to more than 1,000 types of rum drinks and live music nightly. There is also shopping, dining, and partying going on. All right, experiencing nature. Just east of town, clients have the rare opportunity to experience glistening waters, a phosphorescent lagoon filled with bioluminescent microorganisms that light up when moved. Boat tours depart nightly from the glistening waters, marina, and restaurant. Another rare natural field beckons on the Martha Brae, where clients can float down the scenic river on bamboo rafts. At the Rocklands bird feeding station in Anchovy, bird lovers can hand feed hummingbirds, grass quits, and dozens of other colorful species. Oh, well, look at the parrot. Popular family activity is to visit Animal Farm, where a wide range of exotic birds can be seen and where kids can also ride a donkey and view farm animals. The highlight is the experience of hand feeding birds in the walk-in aviary. Exhilaration. Thrill-seeking clients can go ziplining through the jungle canopy, off-road exploring in an ATV or Jeep, mountain biking, river tubing, or splashing through the surf on horseback. Historic sites. So you got Plantation Era and Liberation. So Montego Bay played an important role in Jamaica's plantation past and liberation movement. Sam Sharp Square, named for the national hero whose Christmas rebellion of 1831 helped end slavery, has a statue of him and a historic site. The Cage, a 19th century jail for runaway slaves and drunks. In the surrounding hills, several former plantation great houses are open to the public. The most famous, Rose Hall, is said to be haunted by the ghost of the infamous Annie Palmer, who reportedly murdered 3 husbands and many more slave lovers before she herself was slain. Not only is this site said to be haunted, but it's also a place where your clients can learn about Jamaica's plantation past. The Cage, Sam Sharp Square, or Rose Hall Great House. I say Rose Hall. All right, nearby historic Falmouth. The past comes to life at the coastal town of Falmouth, just 22 miles east of Montego Bay. Famous for its Georgian architecture and rich colonial history that has received a new lease on life. It is now a port town that has come alive from its deep slumber and ready to redeem its former glory. It's known as one of the earliest urban planning developments. It is one of wealth, politics, revolution, and love. In this electric history that once again rumbles through the cobbled street, brings the town to life. It was founded in 1790 from and loaned by Edward Barrett. It has the island's biggest exports that lifted the town to fame, both sugar and rum. The economic boon of Falmouth came in the 18th and 19th centuries which resulted in the development of one of the most industrialized towns in the Western Hemisphere. Falmouth received running water even before New York City. Meticulous care has been given to controlling its expansion, resulting in one of the earliest urban planning developments. That's cool that they had running water before New York City. Hotels, newspapers, thriving commerce, and cultural ruled Falmouth during its heyday. However, with the abolition of slavery came the demise of the sugar and rum production. Development slowed, the town fell into ruin and became a sleepy seaside town. Now, the once sleeping beauty is ready to be revived. So, Quick Bullets, founded 1790, Sugar and Rum Export Center, colonial history, Georgian architecture, and cobblestone streets. Final exam. What accounts for Montego Bay's popularity as a tourism spot? Easy access to the airport and cruise ports, variety of outdoor activities, wide range of accommodations, fascinating history, superb shopping, and nightlife. All of the above. The history of Montego Bay and the surrounding area may be explored at which sites? Plantation Great Houses, The Cage, Falmouth, all of the above. Again, I say all of the above. Which of the following is a site where visitors can hand feed a range of colorful birds? That was at the Rocklands, I believe. Y'all agree, disagree?
I agree.
Okay. As Montego Bay's shopping and nightlife mecca, this is where your clients can sample over 100 types of rum and be dropped from a restaurant bar deck through a chute and into the sea. That's
Really
Jimmy
quick.
Cliff Boulevard. Which is the name of the national hero whose 1831 Christmas rebellion helped end slavery in Jamaica? That was Sam Sharp.
Mhm.
Which activities will thrill-seeking clients be able to enjoy in Montego Bay? River rafting, zip lining, off-road, exploring, river tubing, all of the above. All of the above. By the 1800s, Falmouth was among the most industrialized towns in the Western Hemisphere and even had running water before New York City.
Mhm.
That is true. And because of how the town of Falmouth oversaw its expansion without sacrificing its charm, it became a shining example for what sort of activity? Urban planning, street paving, farming, providing healthcare. Urban planning?
Yep, urban planning.
That would
Okay.
be the first intuition, yeah. Yeah.
Love that. All right, so we have just completed 1 through 3, which means we have an extra one to do on the next one. What I will do is reach out to Jody so that we can extend our time on the 22nd and get the rest of Jamaica completed.
So the second part's gonna be on the 22nd of this month?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I would do it next week, but I will be traveling for some doctor's appointments that day and will not have reliable connection.
Will it be the same time and Zoom number?
Yes,
Awesome. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. I will, so I will see all of you, if not before, I will see you all on the 22nd.
Wonderful. Thank you, Andy.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.